So we got all our snow yesterday and the day before. The only one thing that happened that I wasn't expecting was it to drop to such a low temperature. So I don't know why it's that cold in here, because there's no heat. The heater's not on. Oh no. Well, that would be why. Uh-oh. That was unpredictable. I was wondering why it would be so cold when it's the same temperature as outside, but that makes sense. The heater not being on. Okay. I gotta figure this out. I'll be right back. Okay, so here's what happened. My ladder that I had up there to fix the vents on the roof, and I left up there so that I could put a new memory card in this security camera that I have, fell down. I don't even know when it fell down, but it pulled the cord right out of the wall when it did. So yeah, broke the siding too, but this siding is like super old and brittle. Serves me right, I guess. Okay, so I gotta fix this and try and get heat back in there. Damn it. Alright, well, I don't know if my cuttings will survive. There's a slight amount of ice on that water now. Oh, jeez. It wasn't supposed to freeze. Maybe I'll have to bring it in the house, or it might even be too late for it now. I'll have to see what survives. The hardy ones will be fine. Yeah, they're frozen solid. I mean, I'll bleep that out later. Jeez. Go figure. Go figure. Winter hasn't even started yet. Yeah. Oh, the pots are frozen. It must have happened pretty early on. Ah, damn it. Well, these are still pliable. Who knows? Okay. So, the little heater's back on over there, which it's really too late to save anything that froze. And I decided to start a fire to try and boost the heat in here. I smoked everything out in here. I guess the chimney must have some ice in it, but all we can do now is wait, and I don't know what'll live and not live. We'll find out, I guess, later. Okay, so it's later in the afternoon. I've got the temperature sort of back on track, but now, because I had to very quickly get everything out of my way to get the wood stove going, I now have to re-clean everything. So I was going to do some big repairs to the trailer. I was going to jack it up from in here and get that wall set back in place. I think I'm going to have to put that off now because we're going to go to -10 and lower now outside. It wasn't supposed to this week, but apparently it's going to now. So I have to bring all my outside trees inside, and I have to bring all of the tropicals and sensitive trees into the house, and then just hope for the best for them. I don't know what'll survive and not survive. They were seriously frozen solid. Soil is defrosting now. Good thing. These are dead. Both my bougainvilleas, all my cuttings, all of them are dead. And it was my own fault. I thought something that wasn't true. And now they're gone. So I don't know when I'll replace them. I will get another one for sure. Same as the wisteria. They're still green on the trunk. I'm giving it a chance. But I will replace it eventually. Might not be in the next year or so, but we'll get there. Bougainvilleas are only available here in early spring. So if I can find one, maybe. We'll see how much they are. And with everything I've learnt with them so far, there's going to be a bunch of stuff I'm going to do differently. My cuttings I was going to try, their water's still somewhat frozen. As soon as they defrost out of the ice, I'm going to chop this one in half to where the color change is right here. And put them in soil. I'm going to try the winter cutting thing. So, put them in soil and leave them out here in the cold for the winter and see what happens. If something happens, woohoo! If not, we tried. They were free. Yeah, so I'm going to have to start that. I got to start by getting all my junk organized. I want to clear this whole area too. A lot of stuff I chucked it in here because I just had nowhere else to put stuff. And I was supposed to tear all of this stuff out to make storage for tools and whatnot. Then my firewood storage is here. Normally that would last me all winter if I'm not using the wood stove to heat. Now that I have that heater going in here, I don't think I'll need the wood stove unless I come in here to work. And I think this year I'm going to plastic the windows or something. I have to figure something out to insulate better. I was also supposed to, on the outside of the trailer, make a surround so that the wind can't blow underneath. I never quite got there yet either. Although I can probably put up something temporary for the winter. We'll see. But yeah. Right? Yeah? Yeah. Right now I'm just enjoying some heat. Even inside the house it's pretty cold. The wind is starting up, so I gotta get my bums in gear and get this all organized so I can start bombing all the trees inside. All of those ones over there. All of those ones over here. And the ones that are against the shop. This big, huge plum, I'm going to have to cut it down. It's not alive all the way to the top, this tree right here. It is definitely not alive all the way to the top. I should be able to hard cut it. And it should resprout in springtime lower down without a problem. But yeah, that's my big work for today. My big job for today. Here we are even later in the day. I slowly got it up to just above +10 Celsius. That's 50 Fahrenheit. So this morning, don't mind my dirty thumb, I was putting some cuttings in the soil. This morning we were somewhere around 20 Fahrenheit. And I've got her up to 10. So the sea onions froze. You can see that they are completely limp. They were froze rock solid. I'm not too worried about them. I'll cut them off and bring them in the house. These Connor Jades, they don't care if they freeze. Even all the cuttings up here are perfectly fine, or seem to be perfectly fine. Yeah, it's getting dark, I'm sorry. The Watchman's chain didn't seem to care at all that it froze. I don't remember what this is called, but that didn't seem to care either, that it was frozen solid. All these other things in here, I don't think cared. They were out until -5 or so last year, except for the giant sequoias and the dawn redwoods, because this is their first winter out here. They were inside the house. The willows, I don't know if all of them will make it. You can see where they turn black there. That's because they were outside in that freeze that killed my bougainvilleas. So my maple will most likely go dormant now. Oh yeah, still moisture in there. So it will likely go dormant now, but that's okay. We want it to. I have more seeds to start. Everything up there doesn't care. Thank goodness, right? So my azalea is the only thing I'm really worried about right now. The leaves were all curled up and it seemed like it was froze solid. But when the sun came out today, it uncurled and seems to have come back, I guess. Not too bad. So I'll be bringing that in the house. I'm not going to take a chance like that again. And then it's going to be -7 to -10 Celsius tonight. So that's about 12 Fahrenheit. And it's supposed to be like that at night all week long. So I have to get the outside trees in. They're buried in snow, so that's actually an advantage. Some of the more hardy trees will be okay another night out there. The tamarack forest, not sure if I'll get it in here. It might have to go into my carport for the winter, and I'll probably try and insulate the base. That's about all I'll do. We'll take it from there. So I did the apple tree cuttings. That big, huge, tall cutting, I cut it in half, and then cut the branches back. So I've got 2 containers of small branches and those big branches, and then I've got another, there's the other pot there, I'll put back here, and if they make it, they make it. If they don't, they don't. And I've got a few little tiny ones I'll bring in the house. Oh, completely forgot about this cactus. Don't touch that cactus. Sorry, cactus, I forgot you existed. I'm going to have to bring you in the house too. Good thing you weren't watered. You really would have had it. Cactus, though, they're pretty good. They can actually freeze solid in the desert. They do freeze solid some nights, and they come out of it no problem. I just completely forgot it was there. Yeah. So I'm still working at it. I had to try and clear my way over here so I could walk back and forth without killing myself. And I have pretty much done that now. I'm just going to move the chainsaw. Got to close the door so I don't keep smoking myself out. I cleared away a cupboard here that I can start putting all my spare pots in and get all this area cleared off. I don't know how much bonsai work I'll be doing out here in the winter time, but it's supposed to also be my workshop. Yeah, it's getting dark really fast. So there you have it. I'm getting there. Dang emergencies. I'm going to be watching that like a hawk. I'm going to be so paranoid. Is the red light on or not? I might even, Might even put a security camera out here. I have a spare security camera. As long as it can get the Wi-Fi, and I know there's Wi-Fi signal here, I might just put one in here. Yep. Yeah. So I busted my butt yesterday. There's still a lot of deciduous trees outside. I figured they should be okay under the snow. I got a ton of trees inside. And the temperature in here after overnight is hanging around, what's that say, around 0? Let me see if I can reach it. Just barely in the plus. So like 35 Fahrenheit plus 2. I don't want to turn it up too much. Because there's a lot, I got to move everything around. Some of these trees don't need light, can go down at the bottom, or some can go on the top ledge, and I'm gonna have to close that curtain. Oh, the snow didn't even melt. Neat. Obviously it's colder where the windows are. So this year is supposed to be colder than other years. The last 2 or 3 years. So we'll see how this will work. Yeah. Hopefully the setup works okay. I got a lot to do here that I still haven't had time for, because every time I get working there's always some other emergency. Like all those. I gotta still go inside the attic and connect all the pipes in there. I gotta put all these away. So much to do, but there's only deciduous trees out here. I left the ones that were covered in snow. Those I think are all dead things. A lot of dead things this year, unfortunately. And these ones here. And I'll get those in there somewhere. I couldn't put them in last night because I had the wood stove going. Yes, we're snowstorm again. But I had the wood stove going. It was too hot on one end of the trailer to put them in there. They would have got too hot too fast. So I opted to leave them out. I think it got to like -6 last night. So they should be just fine. Oh my goodness, it's slightly cold out here. And I'm going back in the house now. Looks like we are down to 0 Celsius in there. Oh, we're at 1 degree. I don't know what that is, Fahrenheit. That's freezing. 0 Celsius is freezing, so that's on the second setting of the heater. It's windy as hell out here. So the only thing that's left outside here in the open is the forest. So my tamarack forest should be okay there in a wooden box. Let's see. Yeah, the snow won't melt. I trimmed this one up to fit in the trailer. It's not alive all the way to the top, so I figured trimming would be fine. Oh, it actually feels warm in here. The sun will warm it right up. So I'm not going to turn the heater up, but I'm going to have to move all these so I can get around. I definitely have to reorganize all this. I got trees strewn everywhere. Oopsie. Woohoo, I made it. And the sun came out. Stuff on the floor everywhere here. All right, let's see what it is. 1 degree Celsius is 32 Fahrenheit. There you go. And that's on the second setting. and it's not all the way up, so we'll turn it up a little bit. So we're just raising it a little bit at a time. The snow's not melting in here. I have the curtains pulled to try and stop the cold from coming in. I notice this curtain moves when it's windy, as it just moved now. You can see it moving there in the corner when the wind blows outside. So I think I will plastic everything this winter. Last winter I didn't, because there were days where I actually had to open the windows. This side I think I'll plastic the entire wall. This trailer has seen better days. Yeah. So there's only the hardy trees left out here now, I think. Or, well, the pomegranates are out here. They're not considered hardy, but as long as it doesn't go 20 below zero in here, they should be fine. Partway through the winter, I'll probably bring them in the house. But yeah, a little update of what's going on here. So I'll probably clean out, this corner. I was going to put a shelf here for tools and stuff. I might put a short shelf and put the forest on the top of it or something like that, right by the door. We'll see. I have to shield it from the heat. Sorry, I'm trying to get around that tree and all the other junk that's in here from when it was still a camper. I haven't gotten all the way to emptying it. Right? Are you all done now? It's really cold out here today. But yeah, it's the only thing outside now. It's -8 or so out here right now, something like that. It snowed again, and we're due for another big snowfall. I was gonna put the forest in my carport, even just for now, and I still might. We'll see. Anyways, it's freezing. I'm going in.